Devon, he is going to be loving it right now, jumping in towards the flames. And that's going to be a lot of money made. 3 kills from Fur. $7,700 for him at the moment. And this is really important. I mean, just securing good economy in the early stages of the first half is pretty paramount to having a good CT side. And it is 4-4 at the moment, so FaZe, they're going to need some explosive plays, some good consecutive round wins to actually break SK's economy. And SK still running that double orb. It's a scary, scary world, James, when Fallen and Cold are holding onto AWPs.
SK sending 3 players to B at the beginning of the round. I'm sure grenades will be deployed. Smoke in the middle of Banana, but there's no challenge from FaZe just yet. They're going to start slow as far as Banana is concerned. Nico heading in that direction now while FaZe move towards the apartment area. Taco once again going for the wallbang. Not a fan of doors, it seems, is Taco. Pumping them with holes, and you see the bullet placement in the wall. Got to be careful if you're FaZe moving into these apartments. Warning shots from the SK side. The double orb situation has been prevalent in the recent rounds from SK and continues. To be so. And again, FaZe, it's been fun to watch them force the CTs back from top mid, force them towards library where Cold currently is, and then even smokes towards that position as well. Speaking of which, there's one right there. No information for us. Okay.
It's really hard to play with the orbs as well when there's smokes just right in front of you and you don't have really much space to fall back to. And the range that they can, or rather the ground that they can cover is so quick before you get the second shot off. Ooh, Cold spots one running across. I don't think they know that he's in line. Still, Phelps in the corner. Perhaps Cold can start to peek out and begin to help his teammates, but it looks like Phelps and Taco will both fall before Cold can get in there. Cold has though, and it's 3 versus 2 here for SK. His first starts to creep around the back, and this may be very problematic for FaZe as they start to go for this pressure up, just going for that pom-pom straight away. Nico in a horrible position against 3 now, spinning around, but he can't quite find it. It's Fur in the back with the USP.
In the back. That will allow SK to take the lead, 5-4. FaZe fast approaching max loss bonus. Pistols here and there, some Kevlar as well. That is a very creative way to wear our hats. Kishima and Nico with some grenades. Let's see what FaZe can do. Again, it's the at this point it's the buy between the buys. They'll get lots of money in the next round. Plant or no plants. See if SK can handle this half buy from the T side. Again, if you are just joining us, FaZe are 1 game up at the moment. Nice performance on Mirage from the team in the lead. But it's SK with a slight lead on Inferno.
In apartments, it makes a lot of sense here for the FaZe team, as it always would. You get those close ranges, you can get really close to the bomb site. Usually when the CTs have a player on the balcony, it's a really good position to deny those fast balcony plays of the Ts. Ooh, Fur, this aggression from him, he absolutely loves it. If his opponents have pistols, he will destroy them no matter what he's carrying. And it looks like Carrigan is actually going to be able to, with the help of Rain, take away these kills from SK. It's now 2 versus 3. They've picked up guns, and of course they have Kevlar. So it's actually a winnable round now for FaZe all of a sudden. Fur's aggression perhaps backfiring, although he did get 3 kills out of it. But there is opportunity here for FaZe now. Ooh, great kill coming in from Rain, opening up the A bomb site. Just 1 more left in this site. They don't know that just yet, though. And it will be another frag for Rain. Cold reveals himself, and all of a sudden, Fallen has to retake this with an AWP.
1 versus 2. He has a kit. How does he avoid getting traded? How does he identify where these players are? Does he play the likelihoods. The barrel of his gun probably exposes his position as well. Indeed, he cannot get anywhere near a kill. The woes of the AWP at close range. The score is tied. An important round for FaZe. With SK's full rebuy, they're not going to have much left in the tank.
And that's one of those awesome situations as well, where you're going to have a lot of money left because you weren't necessarily supposed to win that round. You were sort of going for a half buy, leaving money in the tank so you can get the full buy next round. Yet they win the round anyway. 2 AWPs still for the SK side as they are really loving this double AWP setup at the moment. We'll see what Phelps can do with that HE. Is it going to connect with anyone? Just a lick of damage on Alu and Carrigan. We see Fallen once again with this boost. Missed the shot last time. Will he be able to connect it this time? Waiting patiently for the first player to reveal himself. Fallen sees the trajectory of the grenade, he can feel it. Oh, can't quite land it this time either. Gets a nice tag through the wall though onto Nico, down to 34. I guess he'll take that. And in the meantime, we have FaZe occupying apartments. They've been quite good at pressuring towards the apartment side of the map as well as Banana, forcing the CTs back, just as you mentioned, James, as from top middle as well. So they then get all the options. Well, SK tried to retake it though. That's really the question for me.
Phelps is towards Arch. He's still in his forward position, but he's only holding an angle towards mid. He hasn't got eyes on Boiler. You see the occasional peek from him. His teammates are playing further back, changing their position somewhat. Cole's playing around the default plant spot. And again, FaZe, as they have commonly done, showing some presence towards top mid and then starting to back off. But SK, because of that occasional pick, they have some information. Fallen with a pick towards B, Rain top mid, but Phelps has moved into the sneaky area. I don't know if Rain will hear that grenade being primed, but he won't win the duel. Where is the bomb though? They haven't seen the bomb FaZe, SK just yet. Fallen continues to frag towards B.
He's so patient with these shots. It was a hard one, waits for the perfect moment, pulls the trigger. Kiyoshima with a nice flash, catching Fallen, retreating. And this could be the opportunity now as we get Carrigan planting at first oranges. And the typical boost up onto the flower pot position. It's a nasty one. And a critical damage has been done. And a finishing shot from Cole. Ridiculous stuff there from SK to steal the round away from FaZe.
Another one bites the dust. And again, every third bullet with most weapons will send a tracer and reveal your position. And sometimes you're going to get shot in the face after that. Nice shot there from Fallen. Delivering on the B-bomb site, trusting his teammates on A and vice versa. 6-5, an important round for FaZe to win. Didn't quite work out for them. And they will force it up to AK-47s and AWP as well. 3 AKs indeed, and Carrigan on the Tech 9. Always the one to take it for the team. He's the in-game leader. He trusts his teammates to deliver. Standard start to Banana. Smoke in the middle of Banana. Molotov making a cameo appearance. Starting with 3 players towards B, perhaps for grenade usage, perhaps in case of a fast play from FaZe. And then one will rotate for a standard 3-2 setup here on the CT side.
One interesting thing there as well is, as we see the grenade frag on Banana from Fur, is that Phelps, who was the man who's not playing B, he was the third man there. He threw the smoke as well. So there's 2 smokes available later into the round for SK to keep smoking off Banana. This is something you used to be able to do from the middle positions on the map. It's a very strong style of CS to play on Inferno. And Fur loving to get aggressive, loving to get close behind the smokes. He's just going to push straight through, finding the perfect timing. He heard the footsteps. That's 1 down. Gets the info. There's 2 top mid, and that's going to prompt Phelps to play close in front of the smoke. Finds himself 1. Alu able to spin around to take him down, but he's in a 1 versus 4 now. Just looking at doing damage. What can he find? To bait out the shot and finish him off. Great play there from Taco. And that'll be 7 rounds for SK and 5 for FaZe now.
FaZe are broke. They have gone to the pawn shop and the doors are closed. No cash for FaZe. That's anti-eco time for SK with these 2 ults. That can get awkward, but may not be. Damn, Fur 16 for 4 at the moment. Fur monster indeed. 2-round lead for the Brazilians. Presence. All the FaZe clan moving towards A, looking for close quarters with these, what is mostly Glocks and a P250. SK starting to creep down banana, starting to close the net like a late episode of The Wire. Minute 20 for FaZe to do what they can with these pistols, which probably isn't much, but you never know.
I do like that we're seeing more just almost full ecos. It was so rare for so long. We've seen teams sort of respecting their own buy rounds a little bit more of late. And it looks like it's just aim practice here for Fallen and Fur, a competition actually in getting all the eco kills. Not much you can do in FaZe's position there, but the whole reason to do that, to have no investment there, is for them to be able to buy up fully as well as they could into this round. So curious what their plan is. One thing is that whenever SK have actually been going for the deep smoke plays on banana, I don't think we've yet really seen FaZe try to challenge it directly, try to flash through the smoke and retake banana, because there's always the mind games. As we see FaZe take the time out to understand, what they want to go with, there's always the mind games on banana. If the CTs smoke it off, is there one guy there or is there two guys there? And that's a really interesting mind game that existed in the old Inferno for a very long time, because you were forced as a Ts to actually run through smokes, especially with the old timer of 145.
3 rounds in a row for SK. FaZe have won 1 round in the last 8, 2 rounds in the last 10. They are not having the best of times. Beyond the pistol, they've got 2 rounds basically, put it that way. 2 rounds remain in this half. FaZe will do their best to take one of them at the very least. 5 AKs coming out for them in this round. And again, SK feels like they've had double AWPs every single round at this point. First in an interesting position, which he's no longer in, but he was up on the barrels holding a high explosive, looking for a ceiling bounce perhaps towards the car position on banana, but he's decided against it. So again, we'll see if FaZe look to force the CTs back away from top mid. But then will they make a play towards A, or will they try to sell a fake and go B?
Looks like it could be a faster round indeed from FaZe with the way that they are looking at the moment. And SK going a bit more passive towards banana, so they don't have as much info as they have had in some previous rounds. Perhaps this switch up of position and pace will benefit SK as they allow FaZe to get close towards that A-bomb site. Curious how Phelps will play this again. It's always tricky as a lone player towards Arch side. Throwing down an incendiary to buy time as the push starts to come in. Cold in position. Nice flick shot there from the graveyard spot. Another one. I have no idea how he got a second one out of that. For the 2 versus 3 after plant for SK, this will be tough.
2 CTs coming through from Arch. Of course, the smokes are down, but they've got smokes of their own. They can try to take out the pit position and make a play towards the site. Only 1 player on the site, 2 in the pit, so those smokes may be crucial. A boost attempt coming in, but they failed the first attempt, and they will hit this jumping. They could have used the smokes while that smoke was up. They had some protection, but they're not really going to go for it. It seems they are going to save their weapons for the next round. So indeed, FaZe look good for a 6th round on the board, and that's the AWP lost from Fallen. So they may try to retrieve it. For the most part, they're 5K or more on the SK side, so it's not the worst thing in the world. They could have mostly bought regardless, so you would think maybe they would have gone for it, because they've got the money, really, to have gone for the retake there. But either way, it is the last round of the first half now.
I'm happy we're seeing Kiyashima like in this tournament doing so well also. I feel like with this star-studded lineup, you sometimes see his name go, like, for example, how fast that shot was. That was so insane. But we see his name, not necessarily mentioned as much as some of the other players, like
he's taken for granted.
I think
underestimated.
So, yeah. I think so, and his aim is absolutely incredible, as he displayed just there. Last round of this first half. Will it be 8-7? Will it be 9-6 for SK? We'll see soon enough as Kiyashima Will make his way past the smoke, perhaps. He's found a little alcove there in the smoke. It's always nice.
We've seen many frags around the corners of smokes today. Perhaps this round will be another one. Fur. Oh boy. Does he play the information game? Goes instantly for the first kill. There was a second player there, but he won't know that. Oh man, 2 kills for Fur, and he will make his escape all the way up Banana. What do you do now, FaZe? I feel like somebody's breathing around their neck, and that is one of the many things Fur brings to the SK side. Ruthless aggression.
I honestly don't know how he gets away with it. I think that's like 3 or 4 times, maybe even 4 times in this game so far. In this first half. I have no idea how he gets away with this. What? Another smoke kill from Phelps, just bang on there with that spray. Now the smoke will be pushed. Phelps easily deals with that one. Spots Rain as well through the gap. Rain spots him as well though, but he's got 5 players to find. He's looking for the trade fragger, but it's not going to be a factor. It is going to be Fur finishing this first half with 21 kills and a bunch of heinous, aggressive plays that were never really punished, and FaZe will be sad about that. But 6 rounds, they can definitely work with it.
Strong stuff from SK, giving themselves a fighting chance to take the second map in this series. Now it's time for the second half FaZe on the defensive side, and the way Fur was playing in some of those rounds, you would maybe forget that they were on the CT side there with those pushes that they were doing, but now it's their turn to dictate the pace on the T side if FaZe will allow them. 2 flashes and a HG grenade on Fallen. No P250s in play for the T side. Sometimes you see the raid boss, the P250 drop for a player with Kevlar. Again, it almost doubles the fatal headshot range in a pistol round for the Ts. But SK will settle for the Glocks. Flash will allow the players to come in from the balcony position. In the meantime, Fallen will keep an eye on mid.
I like that they didn't go for any raid boss here, because they're all rushing on these close ranges too. So always thinking about the position they've been putting themselves in, and they will have all these close range engagements now as they've taken this A-bomb side away from the CTs. What an off angle there by Fallen. You can see Nico was looking for a player in that area. Just didn't expect him to be so far back on such an off angle. Really smart play there from the likes of Fallen. However, FaZe answering back as they move into this A-bomb site. Phelps in a corner. Nice drive-by frags coming in here from FaZe as they try to make this retake a reality. Now just down to the in-game leader. Can he make it happen? The defuse comes in. Comes off of it, though. A bit afraid. Now, will that be a mistake? We'll soon find out as Fallen goes for the peek. Oh, he's slightly too slow. Oh, this by a hair was too slow. Unbelievable stuff there. Absolutely gutted, SK.
That is a massive defuse by FaZe, committing. P90 coming out on Karrigan. Always nice to see a P90 on Inferno. I didn't even realize the defuse had been made. I thought you had the headshot. Look how close that was. That's unreal.
Ace as well.
SK forcing it up immediately. Fur has been dropped an AK by Fallen, and behind it will be Tech-9s and a UMP. They don't want FaZe catching up. If they were to win this round, it would be just as good, if not better, a situation for them, because FaZe would be broke. They'd have no cash.
Love a good P90 in rounds like this. It's a meaty weapon for serious individuals. We have Ali, though, first to make contact. Does actually go down, though, to Fallen as the numbers appeared quite menacing. Quick frag as well from Cold Zero. This play is looking quite successful onto the A-bomb side. Great entry fragging here. This AK definitely paying off.
Karrigan around the arch position. No kit for these 2 CTs. SK with a player in apartments. Nico, he'll jump around the corner, maybe not. Every corner apart from the one with an opponent. Karrigan considered the P90 for a second. I think you should always take a P90, no matter what weapon you're carrying, even if it's an AWP. Okay, maybe I'm lying. Ambidextrous gun with a hole for your thumb. The P90. Taco with 1 HP needs to get away from that bomb site, as does Fallen. Another round in the bag. SK make it to double figures, 10 to the score of 7 for FaZe. Again, FaZe 1 map up at present. That may not last too long, the way things are going at the moment. Indeed, that reset situation has come in, so we will see a force buy from FaZe. Should this prove unsuccessful, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it is definitely a troubling situation. Deagles, though, they're always something to be feared, especially when they're in the hands of FaZe. And these rounds are also hard to deal with from the team perspective. SK, one of the best teams at actually capitalizing against force buying players on the CT side. Now we'll see them getting the opening kill already onto Rain, unfortunately for Rain. But it's obviously great for SK as they start to also make some movement up towards Banana as well. And no one's taking any risque peeks just yet. But Nico moving into an angle with that Deagle. What's he going to find here? Waiting for the perfect timing. Starting to get sprayed down, and the play's been taken out of his hands. No one able to get anything done here. Oh, SK survived with 5 players.
You know what that is, Dan? Nice. That is a solid round from SK, 11-7. FaZe, they've got no cash, man. They got no money. Anti-eco time. Let's see if FaZe make any investment in this round. Pure USPs at the moment. It's an honest round from the CT side. Big fat zeros in that red column. They haven't spent any money whatsoever. 5-man stack towards one of these sites. Maybe they'll go beyond. Perhaps they'll look to burst around the corner. And indeed, they'll do that. Karrigan on the fact-finding mission, but a Molotov may isolate the rest of the players and allow Foyen to try to clean up. Phelps drawing the gun just in time for at least one kill, another from the Molotov. And Kishima can try to do what he can do. No Kevlar, 70 HP. He may try to hide somewhere with this AK.
I just want to appreciate from Roman James that 3 of them, like when they decided to go in for the trade, that 3 of them were willing to run through a Molotov together. When do you see that? There's always one person that's a bit too afraid, it doesn't commit. But here, everyone in FaZe is ready to commit as a team, so that's a good sign. And they pick up the kill and an AK from it, so, you know, there you go.
Yep, minimal investments. Lost nothing but USPs. And now some small kill bonuses can be had. Definitely once I was onto this AK. That's a lovely tap.
What a beast.
And now it's a question of how much money SK want to lose. That's roughly $4,000, $4,500. Cold Zero there with full grenades pretty much. Will be a bit more. There's a flashbang in there as well. 5-round lead now for SK. FaZe's turn to buy. Ali, of course, on the big green gun, and he's got a lot of work to do.
And one quick point about Kiyashima that I feel is evident in that little show at the end there is that he seems to me like a player with very good visualization, which is something that really improves your reaction times. He's so quick and so precise with these shots. Either way, Ali, as you mentioned before, the Yorpers generally don't like to go too deep on a peak, and they want to go for the safe peak. And Fallen's actually jumped into that angle, and Ali is playing it very passively, not going for a peak on middle at all. Meanwhile, we have challenging towards the boiler room. Sans boiler. Ooh, finds a player on the angle. That's some info for Rain, and takes minimal damage. Very fast pressure here from SK as they start to move Taco deep onto the balcony as well. Really poking and prodding all over the place, looking for information on SK. Not dying just yet. Do get a boost onto the quad roof here from Kiyashima. Still wondering in his phase, what exactly are SK up to?
I was about to ask when we might see that boost come in. Alu picking off Taco from the long position and moving up to top mid. 4 players towards A. SK have an opportunity. Nico with the M4 towards B. Karrigan's making his way in. Karrigan, he's towards Speedway, but he's got no flashbang to help Nico in this situation, but they still don't know what's up. The grenades are flying in. Smokes, flashbangs. He's not blind just yet. Smoke towards construction. He's got to go straight through it, and SK are getting wiped out. Phelps has an angle. He's got an element of surprise, and no smokes will help him now. Collect the bomb at the very least. 30 seconds. Will he take some kind of gamble? Picking up the AWP. Wants those fast peaks. Not quite going to work out for him, though. Lovely B-hold from FaZe. First of many rounds to come, perhaps. They've got a lot of work to do.
And can they survive the reset? They do have some money in the bank, though. So if they do lose this one, they still will be able to get a buy going, but it'll still be a very difficult ask, I think, against the likes of SK. We'll see, though. SK with full equipment here, the AWP onto Fallen. Now, we haven't seen any insane aggressions from Fallen just yet. Pretty standard stuff. In the CT, half the insane aggression was left to Fer. He's doing a good job at it. Ali looking for a pick here. Deep position. Oh, just barely misses that by a pixel or so. Will he go for the re-picks here? More pressure coming in, more grenades coming in from the FaZe clan onto Banana. They don't seem to want to challenge it just yet. They have Phelps making sure that there's no crazy push. But other than that, they're not going to really challenge things. FaZe looking to almost work their way closer and closer, systematically, thoroughly, towards the bottom of Banana. SK, meanwhile, sending up grenades towards A.
Two smokes in Banana at present. Will keep SK entertained. Got some smokes towards Arch, towards Library, but around the corner, more on the site. Isolating the CTs for now. Kishima playing wild off angles, but will it pay off for his team? Two-man spray down for Karrigan. Kishima getting the third towards that short position. Karrigan caught with grenade in his hand, but is that consolation kill for SK at this point? It allows them to collect the bomb. And Taco's picked off Kishima in the meantime, but is there anybody in pit? The answer is yes. Rain playing off angles. Doesn't want to get pre-fired. Can avoid the Molotovs as well. Follows up on Cold with the second burst. That leaves Taco alone with 20 HP. 3 plays to find, 25 seconds with which to do it. You see the angle being held on Speedway. He'll give up on this one. 9th round coming the way of FaZe.
Yeah, he needed Cold to do something there. Cold had to get a frag, but unfortunately he did not. So FaZe back with a victory here into this, well, into a consecutive round victory, that is. And that's going to be really nice for them as it starts to really wear down the money of SK. They have almost nothing in the bank to play off of. We might see a few pistols here to go along with this AWP. I very much doubt we'll see a full buy, though, from SK Gaming. Or will they go for it? Very interesting choices to be made. Karrigan with a really nice performance here. Could almost have gotten the 3 kills had he not messed up his timing on the grenade, but it's all good. Had teammates to back him up in that position, and indeed we're going to see a full investment behind the AWP. 2 UMPs, 2 Tech 9s, and a handful of grenades for a fast round into Banana.
Will we see a flash through the smoke? Will we see a charge, a burst with some Tech 9s from SK? The entire team is on Banana. Again, there's only so much space with which to wield these weapons. That's not a good start for the SK side. FaZe looking to get double figures themselves. Nico and Karrigan holding things down around Banana. Again, another 2-man spray down for Karrigan. And the CTs will upgrade their weapons. UMPs will be dropped, rifles will be picked up. 12 to 10, the gap closes to 2.
And one problem there, I think, for SK is just the fact that they weren't able to get a bomb down, because I feel like they're thinking, all right, guys, this is going to be a tough round to win, but at least we can play for the bomb plant. We can try to get ourselves quickly into that B bomb site. And there's not even that to help them, to give them that extra money. So we're going to see just some pistols here for them as they try to get what they can done. Fallen, interestingly, going for Deagle Molotov. We'll see that Molotov used to try to take control of the top Banana position. And Phelps is going to be there close with a Tech 9, looking for any re-peeks, any flashes coming in. Gets close, there's a flash from the CTs, but they won't peek with it just yet. Another flash coming in, maybe they'll peek with this one. Yep, Karrigan will look for some information. Won't find anything out just yet, though. FaZe playing very passively. They know that the way to lose this round is to get very close against these pistols. They want to maximize the ranges, and they know that SK will run out of utility very well soon, if not already.
3-2 setup from FaZe. Again, Alu, he's just shoulder peeking top mid. He knows that nobody is top mid. There's a smoke in the middle area, and he's keeping an eye on Boiler. No one's there. So if SK were trying to force the CTs back, it hasn't quite worked out for them. But they'll have the numbers advantage for the time being. No third player rotating towards A. FaZe don't quite know what's going on, and the raw run-in comes in again. It's just pistols here, and FaZe will play the distance where they can. Karrigan with 2 more to collect. Knives coming out, but it'll be the Tech 9 to finish things off, and the bomb can get planted. Bonus money for SK. They've got a combined 6 HP. Kishima moving up the Banana position with 2 from CT. Can SK get any more damage? And we can't expect that much more than that. 1 for 1, leaves Taco alone with 2 HP. Trying to play as close range as possible. Doesn't really have the ability to move anymore. He'll hear the CTs coming. What more can he do in this situation? They'll touch the bomb, but he's a non-believer. Oh, he's starting to creep out. Saw the first player, think he was going for the second. Good damage though, 3 kills for the T side.
And a bomb plant, yeah, it's really, really good damage, to be honest. Much more than they perhaps expected. And now they have the fullest of buys, which they always like to see, of course. So, 1 round is the gap between FaZe and SK Gaming now. And this would be an interesting spot to throw in some aggression to change up the pace from the CT side, I think. So I'm really curious whether they will go for that phase, or if they just want to keep feeling out SK, allow SK to take some map control and just defend, just go for pure defense. But there it is. Alu takes himself a very fast position onto that safe angle, takes down Fallen. That's a great start here for the FaZe clan. And SK surely must be looking for a way to answer this somewhere else on the map at the moment, as we will see Taco moving down Boiler. We have Phelps in a close position with contact soon perhaps towards Banana as well. Definitely options here for SK to get back into the round. There it is, Phelps with 2 men. That's very fast entries. He's going to go off this play and just lock down the B bomb site, no questions asked.
coldzera has rotated straight up Banana. He's not going to spend time collecting the bomb bottom of ramp. He needs to support his teammate as fast as possible. And the third player can collect the bomb. That's going to be for Phelps of the off angle. Will he hear the scope? Oh, man. He pressed Q. He wasn't ready to fire his gun, and that might make the difference. The bomb's being planted, but Alu will try to stop it, it seems, or he'll just hold on to connector for the time being. Construction, rather. Rain still needs to make his way around. Just checking for a flank. Kishima at the front of the site. Grenades, flashbangs, coldzera spotted, but not quite taken down. Clock continues to tick, he's forced forward into the crosshairs of Kishima, continues to deliver for his team. 3 versus 2, and now Fur may be the first engager. Taco not far behind either. Big grenade damage, but can the bomb be defused? Not holding it quite yet, and it's Fur. They don't seem to know where he is. He's going wide, he's taken the bomb diffuser down, and he's won the round for his team. 13 for SK. What a play from Fur.
That is absolutely crazy there. I think that the play from Alu was so amazing to just put them in a position where they could have construction, they could just take their time on the retake, but just that last peek right at the end, the only thing to go right in the afterplant for SK. And what a thing to go right, winning the entire round. 13-11 now is FaZe are in an interesting position as their money starts to diminish, and SK Gaming themselves are also in a spot where their money really sucks. So these rounds are going to start to be very meaningful in that sense. Alu looking for an aggressive angle there onto the top of the bottom mid position, as we'll see SK once again for getting aggressive towards Boiler. Always a very scary play. You never know what he's going to do. But it's Nico this time to get a very cheeky kill onto Cold through the smoke. Alu's waiting for a challenge. He knows that these players love to play around Boiler and to try to get into the CT's faces in these top mid positions. He would be right. Fur is close, but unfortunately for Alu, he's smoked off this time around.
This is a big round for both teams. Someone's money is about to get annihilated, and look how close they are. Let's not forget FaZe are a game up at the moment, so this is very, very important. Phelps deep towards the B bomb site. There's still time for rotation from SK should they choose to do it, but there he goes. Perhaps a gap through the smoke once again. I don't know, but he's dead. Simple as that. 5 versus 3. FaZe on the comeback. There's still 1 player towards A, and there's only 3 players alive for SK, so this better be the play of their lives.
This is what you have to do. You've got to make these massive plays in these spots. You've got to give the responsibility to people like Taco to try to hold down a 1 versus 3, to give his teammates the space in this 3 versus 5. To open up the B bomb site and get it going. It's so difficult, and Taco falls. It will be Fur to get the entry. The spray down comes in from Karrigan. He can't finish off Fur. Maybe there's a chance a bomb plant will come in, but he's got 12 points of health. Surely he can't hold on to this.
May take FaZe a while to clear the construction area. One of the likely places he might be could be deep in Banana as well. So indeed, it is the slow approach. One flashbang onto FaZe. That's all they have to try and figure out where he is. But they've got a numbers advantage as well, and 2 of the 3 players on M4. So they can try and get a train frag situation. Rain jumping up the barrels, and there's a flash from Fur. Can't quite make it happen though. Goes for the early peek, waiting for the CTs to turn away. He did the best he could, but it's FaZe moving to 12 rounds.
I have no idea how this is going to go, James. Absolutely no idea at all. SK, as you said, their money annihilated. It's going to be very hard to get back in this in the next round or 2. So FaZe will have some much needed breathing room. Could even potentially take the lead after trailing for a while. We'll see how that one goes. Mid pistols for SK as we see a timeout. They start to think about how the next rounds are going to go, how the money's going to pan out, where the money of their opponents is, and what is the best strategy to select in this particular spot in this grand final. And what a grand final it would be for either team to win. SK Gaming, a team that's not had the best successes since they integrated Felts, but they finally feel confident that they are ready to start lifting every single trophy once again. But it all starts here against FaZe, who, as you said, are a map up in this situation. SK cannot allow them to come back into this one. But all they have right now is a force buy to deal with this situation. 4 Tech 9s, a CZ, a healthy amount of grenades, and full armor. That's what SK are going to go with. And Alu is going for a deep peek. This is insane. Misses the shot, but he gets the information.
That might be a warning shot to SK. You might be in the lead, but it might not last long. Better bring your A game in these dying rounds of the second game. Second map of this best-of-3 series. Carrigan and Nico keeping an eye on Banana while the rest of the team focus. Look at these angles. FaZe, they've been playing their angles pretty good. Their crossfires have been quite strong, but will they be strong enough now? Kiyoshima's got a lot to do. 2 kills for him. He's done his job. Trades come in, but now it's the SK players. Pistols only with the man advantage. There are weapons to be collected here. Will the CTs allow him to plant the bomb? Nico coming around, but he can't get a kill onto Boiler. That is huge, leaving Carrigan on his own. Still, Phelps is the only person who's picked up a weapon in this round, but a bomb is planted, and the advantage is not with the CTs. Trying to draw out some players. That might give him some cover as well. Such a hard task. He's got no cover really to defuse the bomb. Fallen in from the back. Round number 14 for us.
Okay. Oh, this puts FaZe in such an awkward position at the moment. They have no money. Do they force buy twice? Do they? Because if they save now, they're not going to have all that much to really work off of, as they just got reset. So it might be that they have to force buy twice here. That is such a horrible position to be in. SK, they've set themselves up to win this second map. We've got, of course, 1 rifle on the CTs in the hands of Nico. There's not that many grenades. SK, all they have to do is crush 2 rounds where their opponents have pistols and a rifle. And Nico's going to start things off well for FaZe, picks up the kill onto Fallen, but still, there's all this utility left for SK. They can take it slow. They can use those Molotovs. They can play together to win positions and try to punish these mere pistols that FaZe currently hold on to.
1 minute 20 for FaZe to try to hold on. They've got 2 smokes with which to try and delay time. Nico really needs to throw that towards B because the entire SK team are headed in their direction. Carrigan's boosted up with a 5-7. But Nico's just going to hold his angle around the fountain. He can try to reposition if he's fortunate enough, and indeed he will do exactly that. 2 more guys taken down by Nico, and Carrigan's there, the bomb falling towards his feet. 4 versus 1. FaZe, can they steal this round away? Carrigan going for a cheeky peek while the bomb gets planted. Taco looking away, facing the wall. That's where he will lie. FaZe, they're not out of this one just yet.
And they will have the spoils of war, of victory right now, picking up all the guns, 4 players surviving. What an insane turnaround. We heard FaZe Up chanted by the crowd there, by some crowd members. I think that's what it means, James. They crushed that round with almost nothing to work with. Nico on that rifle performing so well.
It's so huge that 4 of them survived, because SK would otherwise maybe end up with a better buy in this round if, say, 1 of them survived. But 4 survived. They take so many weapons into this. They are in a very strong position indeed, much stronger than it could have been. And they still have some money in the bank here and there should the worst happen. Can SK close this out? Can they get to game point? They're a game down. FaZe could still 2-0 them, and that's got to play on the back of their minds.
Yeah, 2 Tech-9s to work off of in this round with the 3 AKs. You know, previously they've shown us that Tech-9s is all they need to win a round. Previously they took them to A. I wonder if FaZe will be suspecting of this time. You know, their positions last time looked good for it, but still SK just able to hit those incredible shots to win over that bomb site. This time, FaZe, they can have that fresh in their memory. They're prepared for it. Rain in a great position, waiting for those flashbangs. The spray comes in. There's not much right now SK can do to deposition Rain as he toys with them. Player at a time. Rain will take them all with the help of his teammates. FaZe with a almost flawless round, losing just 1 man. 14-14, and what are SK left with?
Rain, so consistent for FaZe, absolute beast, but then who isn't on the team? Everybody delivering at the moment. But it's Kiyoshima with 27 frags, tying with Fur at the moment. As is the score, 14-14, pistols for SK. Seems that they have resigned to playing against match point. Match point, not even game point. Carrigan with the garden hose once again, leaving Taco and a P250, an honest P250.
The crowd are getting excited, James. There's all the FaZe fans in the buildings. They can taste the victory here in this round for FaZe, but it's not over there. They're not yet on match point.
Seems the SK players are having a chat during this time. There's still a minute on the clock, so we've got some existence level plays here, just having a chat while there isn't much for them to do in this round. Using it as effective timeout, but that timeout has come to an abrupt end, courtesy of heavy explosives. It is match point to FaZe. 1 game up, 1 round away from that trophy in the middle of the stage.
Could be the last freeze time here. It's like the calm in the middle of the storm. As Alu almost thought he was going to take an aggressive peek again, but we get a fast approach up second middle from SK Gaming right now, as they perhaps look to get one of those early pickoffs towards these apartments in middle positions. FaZe have been comfortable playing passively so far. It looks as though that continues here in this round, in the 30th round on Inferno. SK Gaming shuffling out of the boiler area. Looks like they spotted a hole, but will that hole be plugged by the AKs here? It looks like Kiyoshima will go down. It's down to Rain to hold on to this position. He'll get 1, but still more need to follow if he wants to hold on to this position. So far, it's looking good here for FaZe.
Fallen still at bottom mid, waiting for that rotation, but it looks like his team might need some help on the A bomb site. Cole is on his own now. He's stuck and he's in a crossfire, but he's found an angle. It's a 2 versus 1. It's down to Rain, maybe the talisman of FaZe Clan, and that rotation from Fallen is coming in. There's an angle for the bomb to be collected, but it's a double pick from the Brazilians, and it's enough. We are going to overtime. This is not over yet.
That started off so well for FaZe, but Kiyoshima going down instantly was really the difference made, as Rain really had too much to do in that position as he was also smoked off. Oh, it's a good time for us to take a bit of a breather here as we await things to start again as the freeze time counts down.
8 of the last 11 rounds won by FaZe, but when it counted, SK keep their save, keep themselves alive. They're on the ropes. They were on the ropes. But it's a new day. $10,000 per person. 3 rounds and a half. It's overtime. Alu, he's absolutely on fire. Can he get around the corner? No. Blasted into oblivion. Dental records won't help identify that body. Nico, there isn't an angle for him to get across at the moment. There's a boost as well. SK charging straight back into this match.
I think he expected the smoke to bloom there, but fortunately for him, a bit too deep. Rain now to hold on to this B bomb site alone, and this looks like one of the strongest starts to a T round that we've seen so far from SK at just immediate 2K. And now things calm down a bit. There's a lot of time for SK to play with, to really toy with FaZe. And in this situation, a lot of teams like to go A because the typical CT response is to have 2 players on B. Or if there's 2 players on A, they're likely going to be either in the pit or separated. So it can be easier to isolate players and positions over towards A. But SK, they're not messing around. They're just going to go with this B play. There's only one man. That man is called Rain. He hasn't got much to help him here. He's going to have to hit the shots. A smoke goes down. A quick incendiary there. How much can he really do here as we get the SK players darting into the B bomb site behind cover of smoke?
The rotation is already here. Carrigan, though, not sure what's going on. Going back towards the A side, there is confusion, denial of information in the smoke, but the beep is there. They know what is going down. Fur is on short of A, and Carrigan's in apartment, so I think it's abandoned ship from FaZe, but the hunt has already begun. But it seems the 2 ships will pass in the night, at least Fur and Carrigan. He has more skulls to collect, however, in CT spawn. FaZe don't need to hold on to their weapons. They haven't got a single kill in this round. And overtime can be expensive. Rain standing his ground for the time being, but that flank begins from Fur. He is unable to escape, so it's Carrigan alone. FaZe on the back foot once more.
And in this overtime, I'm starting to reflect a little bit for when the switch of sides happens. We'll get SK on that CT side again, and just those insane aggressions we saw on the CT side from Fur. I mean, he's, I think, still top fragging for his team, almost at 30 frags. Yeah, 28 frags to him at the moment, falling very fast behind him at 27. And yeah, there's just those heinous aggressions from Fur. That level of freedom that he has on the team is such a horrible element to be up against in FaZe's position. But we'll see that take place soon enough as we go into the next round here. We see full AKs for SK. Just the AWP on Alu. Is he going to go for another pick here? How deep will he go? Sometimes we've been seeing the full angle all the way towards the ramp, but not this time. Smoke to wait. And so will Phelps be, as there is a smoke landing at the bottom, or rather, sorry, the middle of Banana. And SK forced to a slower start, as they do make their way into apartments as well. So a typical default, spraying through towards the quad roof position in case there was a boost there. As you said, we haven't really seen it very much, only 1 time so far in this Inferno.
Grenades towards the tree. It's a good start from FaZe. They were subject to those grenades in the first half of normal time. Now they will deliver in kind. Carrigan moving towards the speedway position, and Nico will be trusted on the B bomb site. And that's where SK will venture a pilgrimage up Banana. They'll look to clear out this area. Doesn't mean a commitment, but Taco is more or less abandoning the middle and second mid area as well. So seems there will be a renewed focus towards B, but a timely smoke grenade may put a spanner in the works. Carrigan rotating back. Again, FaZe in passive positions towards A. They're waiting for action to come to them, but that does deny them information.
Nico on the bomb site. He's going to get a boost here as well. This can be quite precarious. Sometimes we'll see Molotovs in this position, but he will actually crouch on top of New Box and see what he can do here. Really interesting position, and sometimes the T's do like to jump up themselves. He might be able to catch him. He's looking for that angle. Smoking off the front of the site here. Carrigan's going to spot it. Oh, just looking away. played the wrong moment. Nico and Cold knows exactly where Carrigan is. Quick pick from him, and now it's going to be a really insane situation. The time has run out. Oh, you hate to see it, James.
I feel like that was a really desperate plant attempt from SK. Wall of smoke at the front of the site. I mean, they can't know someone's first orange is. If someone's first orange is, it's pretty much, it's almost guaranteed. It's all but guaranteed they're going to get a spray down on the bomb planter with 15, well, less than 10 seconds on the clock as that spray comes in. I mean, if someone's in construction, it's probably a guaranteed plant as well. Sorry, a guaranteed kill of the planter. So perhaps FaZe allowed back into this first half. 1 for 1. We'll see who takes the thin lead into the second half soon enough. Phelps and Fallen, bottom of Banana. Fast take of apps from SK, but can they push FaZe back from top mid once again?
And Phelps waiting for any aggression there towards the top of Banana. Gets a counter incendiaries here. I like this from FaZe, you know, not really just giving it up. Not allowing SK to have exactly what they want and sort of fighting back with their own utility. It's an interesting situation for both teams though. Phelps, is he going to go through this? Will a teammate flash him in? We've seen this boost be quite successful previously as Nico gets on top of the wall there, and Phelps just unable to capitalize in time. As now the CTs will be gone from that position, and a missed opportunity is all Phelps has to think about, but his teammates, they still have plenty of opportunities here towards A.
Rain in a common position. That smoke will certainly help again, trying to thwart the timing of SK, and that can be critical when SK run a clock down, as they are doing. It's 5 on 5. There are 29 seconds left, and we're seeing run boosts into the arch position, and they're failing as well. This is absolute madness. They simply don't have the time for these kind of plays, and there goes the bomb. 18 seconds, what are you going to do, SK? 2 versus 5. They know the round is gone. All they can do is admire the hay, the bales of hay, as the inevitable happens, or does it? What on earth? They've got 3 seconds, they can't do it. As nice as those kills were, it's FaZe taking the lead into the second half.
It's crazy to see that situation happening twice, where SK are playing so slow that they're in this position where it's a desperate rush. You can see Fallen desperately needed to have that run boost. He knew that Ali was on the angle and respected him that if he just does a dry peek like that, he's going to get hit. He needs the run boost, but they failed the scramble, the desperation. FaZe were loving it, of course. 17-16 indeed, taking that lead into the second half. But this is the half, the CT side, where we saw so much ruthless aggression from Fur and Banana. Surely FaZe will be looking out for that. And will Fur even do it again, James? Is he the kind of guy that's just going to do it again and not care? With the stakes so high that his team could possibly go out of this grand finals, with all that pressure, is he still going to make those heinous aggressions?
Even with this much pressure, there's definitely a big argument to allow your teammates to play their game. You have to give them the confidence that they can play their game. Sometimes it'll work and it'll win you a championship. Sometimes it won't, and perhaps it will lose you one, but that is the risk you take. And you want your teammates to have confidence, to play at their peak. We'll see if continues. Again, FaZe just a few rounds away from victory. In the lead versus SK on the back foot again. And SK, they've gone all in with these 2 AWPs on this buy round. Fallen and Cold, trusty duo. But it's Fallen and Fur towards Banana. The deep smoke. Haven't seen that one for a while. It's normally been in the middle of Banana, but they're changing things up here in overtime.
Yeah, they definitely are, and it's very difficult when you enter that overtime after these long drawn-out series where you start having to reuse all those strategies. It becomes a lot of mind games. A lot of players definitely find the overtimes less than desirable for that reason. Falling with a tight angle here, looking for that first pick off in the round. Ooh, Phelps actually blocking a smoke almost. I think it still landed in the intended location, so that's good for FaZe. Still a few flashbangs. to work with here as Fallen might get his first taste of a frag. He will. Nico down, 4 players left for FaZe, just under a minute to go, and now they need options, they need openings.
Phelps instantly rotating towards the B bomb site, maybe just in case FaZe have a read that Fallen is probably on his own, and they'll try to play the numbers game, but they won't. 40 seconds, and it's FaZe's turn to run the clock down. And the 4th play goes back towards the B bomb site. Smoke deep in towards Arch, but Fur is there. Hello, popping out. Now we've got Carrigan in Banana, but the bomb is still top mid for the time being. 28 seconds remain, and they're being patient in Boiler. Neither of these teams afraid to run this clock down, but what can FaZe really do in this situation? Standing in the flames, and that's where Carrigan will fall. That leaves Kiyoshima alone. 13 seconds, he's on the site, but there are so many CTs to deal with here, and he is being teased around the pillar. The pistol will finish him off.
Poor Kiyoshima, that looked quite ridiculous there. Cole just spamming AD, left, right. 17-17. SK brandishing that double orb, which has been something that they've been very comfortable playing with. You can see Cole just dodging, and Kiyoshima just can't quite land that shot. Very annoying for Kiyoshima. And now it's time to see exactly what the plays are for SK. Now they're perhaps we will see some of those interesting Banana plays. We've got 3 members on Banana. We saw this before as well. Phelps throws the first smoke and then leaves Fur and Fallen on Banana to be able to re-smoke continuously as the round progresses. And those were some of the rounds that we saw back. It's a good start from Cold though.
The entire FaZe clan is here on the A site. Coldzera once more playing in the site, delivering kill after kill with this AWP. Close, can't quite hit the mark though. Now it's Kiyoshima alone once more. SK, they've got a great opportunity to take the lead once again, but Kiyoshima, he's got more time on the clock this time, just under a minute to find 3 players. He's got 1 flashbang. Maybe he can try to cross to the site with it. You can see the CTs gearing up for a double peek, and now they've got the high ground advantage, so Kishima's got to be really careful. Nice taps, but he runs out of bullets. No more kills for him. SK, another game point to bring this to 1-1. It's been a hard slog here on Inferno, but opportunity knocks.
In SK's position in regulation, they were finding themselves in this spot, and they were able to find success from fast plays towards A, from being explosive. We see the same from FaZe. We have AP90 on Carrigan James. AP90 in this situation.
Well, we've seen a few